Good morning, Purple Phonics Group, and welcome to the last phonics session of the week, the last phonics session of home learning. Okay, so on our recap screen today, you can see we have some sounds. Can you tell me which one says ng? Yes, this one, the orange one, says ng, doesn't it? What do the others say? What's this one? And this one? Shh. Did you get those right? Well done if you did. Let's move on to our next screen. Okay, can you find the A sound for me? Which one is A? It's the orange one again, isn't it? The A and the I make the A sound. Okay, what do the others sound like? What's this one? Oi. Ah. Ear. Well done. Okay, and moving on. Which one is the O sound? It's this one, isn't it? The O and the R. What's this one? This can be two sounds, can't it? Or oo. Or oo. How about this one? O. Ow. And again, another way to make the sound. Right. Ooh, last one. Which one is y? Yes, the blue one is y, isn't it? What's this one? I. W. E. Z. Well done if you got all those right. If you didn't, remember, just go back, have a look at them and say, what can I do to remember it next time? It's just a case of practice, 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 and we just get better and better and better. Okay, we have a new sound to look at today. Let's take a look. It's our last of our trigraph sounds, which is our 3 letters that go together to make a new sound. So this trigraph is a U, an R and an E. And when we put them together, they make a new sound. And the sound they make is yaw. Can you say that for me? Yaw. Now, lots of our trigraphs we've tried to remember in different ways, haven't we? We remembered our at the start of our ear trigraph and our balloon for our at the start of our air trigraph. And this one, yaw, is one that lots of people find tricky to remember. So I do like my visuals. I always think of yaw as you can point at someone and say, it's your teddy bear, it's your book. So I always think of a pointy finger when I say yaw. It helps me remember the sound is yaw. And looking at this pointy finger, I do love this stretch along here of the pointy finger. And what could I write in that stretch along the pointy finger? Do you know, I think I could probably write the word yaw or the sound yaw. Ready? So we're going to start. I'm going to write it in my finger so that in my head I have an image of this sound written in my pointy finger to help me remember yaw, the sound yaw. Now this isn't the word yaw, it's just the sound yaw in words. Okay, so I like to remember pointy finger, yaw, yaw. And then I think about the pointy finger, I see the picture in my head and I see the letters URE written on the pointy finger. Just helps me remember, and if it helps you remember too, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's practice writing this correctly on the line, shall we? So let's put my pen back on. So they are all short letters. They all sit on the line. You hear me say that all the time, don't you? Because all our letters sit on the line. So they're all short, they start on the line and they sit on the line. They're all the same height. Are we ready? Let's have a go and see how the pen's working for me today. So our U goes up, down and sits on the line and comes back. I always think it looks a little bit like a cup ready to hold a nice cup of tea. Back onto the line to start my next one. Up, down, back up and over. And then my E is my squiggly one, isn't it? So it's up and curl, and back. So there's my your sound. U-R-E, make your. Okay, practice writing that one for me. Practice the letters on a scrap piece of paper, putting them together in the right order. Absolutely no good if they're on the wrong order, because they are not the your sound. It must be the U, then the R, then the E. Must be those three letters in that order to make your. Okay, let's move on and have a look at what we're going to be reading and writing today. So we have an alien on screen today, and you know what that means, don't you? These words aren't real. These words are made up. So you know what you have to do? Pause me. The sound buttons are written underneath. Try to sound these words out, blend them together. And remember, when we blend the sounds from the front, and see if you can hear what the word is. Remember, it's a rubbish word, so just say what you hear. Okay, are we ready? So let's look at the first one. We've got our trigraph, today's trigraph, and a digraph. What was that trigraph? What's that sound? Your, isn't it? Your. So we've got your, ch. So just put them together without a gap. Yorch. Yorch. The word is yorch. Let's look at the next one. So we've got two single sounds and our trigraph here. So we've got b, your, k. So build from the front. Bjor, bjork, bjork. There we go. That's your word. Another silly word that means nothing. Okay, let's look at the third one. Two single sounds and our trigraph. So we've got n, your, g. So build from the front. Nyor, nyorg, nyorg. I do love these words. Silly words are quite fun, aren't they? Okay, our last one has got a digraph, our trigraph, and a single sound. Let's try this one. So we've got sh, your, b. So let's build shore, shorb, shorb. My word. Wouldn't it be great if these words really existed and they meant something? Okay, so now we have three real words that we're going to try and spell. Now, because they're getting a bit trickier, the spellings that we're doing now, you can see I've put the sound buttons there to give you a hint how many letters you need in your words, okay? So the first word that we're going to do today is pure. And you can see we have a single sound and our trigraph, so pure. Could you write that one for me? Come back to me when you're done. Right, are you ready? Let's have a look. Pure, so p, your. So our U, our R and our E make the your sound, so pure. Okay, next one's a little bit more tricky. Are you ready? It's secure, secure. Okay, so we had three single sounds and then our trigraph. Did you get them right? S-e-k-your, secure. Well done if you did. If you put a kicking cut in there, that's okay. You heard the sound, which is fine. We just have to be exposed to different words to remember which one has a certain sound in it. So if you put a kicking cut rather than a curly, that's fine. Don't worry. If you ever write the word again, just remember it's a curly next time. Okay, the last word is demure. Demure. Have a go at that one. Okay, let's have a look at demure. So demure, demure. How did you do with that one? Do you know what demure means? Maybe you could look it up somewhere and see if you could find out what that word means. Every time you learn a new word, you've got a bigger vocabulary to help you in your writing in the future. So hearing a new word and finding out what it means is quite exciting. Okay, let's take a look at our tasks for today. So we've got 3 tasks on screen. You know what we've got. We've got a dictated sentence that you're going to write for me. We've got a draw that, where you're going to draw the phrase. And we've now got a picture on screen that you're going to write your own sentence about. So remember, we're practicing our sound today, our your sound today. So that will be in all 3 things that we're looking at on screen. So let's start with a dictated sentence. Have you got your pen and paper ready? Don't forget, a sentence needs all those things a sentence needs. capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, okay, as well as great spelling. So today's sentence is, she needs a cure for hiccups. She needs a cure for hiccups. Off you go. Right, are you ready? Let's have a look and see how you did. So she, we've got that word in there that's in our spelling this week, haven't we? She, with a capital letter because it's at the start of our sentence. Needs, we can sound that one, needs a cure. There's our your sound. For, so we've got an or sound as well in there. Hiccups, hiccups. If you only put one k in, don't worry, that's fine. You still heard the sound. Hiccups just has two k in it. Okay, but you wouldn't know that. So if you just put the one, if you heard that sound, still amazing. I would still be able to read what you'd written. And a full stop at the end. So she needs a cure for hiccups. How did you do with that one? Well done if you got that one right. Okay, so the two tasks I'm going to leave you with today. This one is to write your own sentence. And can you see we have a problem here, don't we? This person has injured their foot, injured. So our your sound is in injured, isn't it? Injured their foot or their leg, whichever you prefer. They've got an injury. So we need the word injured in our sentence. Remember, the sentence must make sense and it must have capital letter, finger space and full stops. You're going to be sick of me saying that, aren't you? Okay, and when you've written your sentence then, you need to draw the phrase. What does the phrase say? You can read it. I'm not going to read it for you today. Can you draw what the phrase is asking you to draw? Right, so that's it. Once you've done those two tasks, you're done for today and you're done for this week. It just remains for me to say thank you for working so hard at home during home learning. Thank you all the adults at home as well for helping in every way that you can. And I have somebody I'd like you to meet who will be waiting for you when you come back into school next week. This is our munchy alien. He's always hungry and he only likes to eat alien words. Now, your challenge is to write him some alien words. Now, he likes any alien word with digraphs or trigraphs in. So your alien words have to have your new digraphs or trigraphs that we've been practicing over the last term or so. So the word can be anything you like. It doesn't have to exist, but it must have a digraph or a trigraph in, and you must be able to read it to me. If you can't read it, the alien can't eat it. But if you can read it, the alien can eat it. Okay? So get yourself little strips of paper, write some words on there that you can read that have got your digraphs or your trigraphs in, bring them into school next week, and if you can read them to me, our alien will be happy and his tummy will stop rumbling because he will have something to eat. Okay? So he's relying on you to give him some food next week. He looks very hungry and he needs some food. So your job is to write some alien words that you can read to me next week that we can feed then to our poor, sad and very hungry alien. Okay? Have a lovely weekend and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.